Morning, happy Thanksgiving. Welcome to Thinking is Contagious. Mayor Michael Hancock of Denver, the latest Democrat to be caught in the do as I say, not as I do, after telling his constituents in Denver, in the city of Denver, not to travel for Thanksgiving, to avoid any kind of air travel, stay home. All these catchy slogans and phrases that he was using, pass the gravy, not the COVID. Guess what? He gets caught flying with his family, making arrangements or had reservations. I don't know if he actually is going to follow through on them, to travel to celebrate Thanksgiving with family. We add that to Newsom in Los Angeles. We add that to Pelosi, who with the mask in the beauty parlor. We add that to Cuomo in New York, who again this week was also the same thing. Don't travel, avoid travel, it's not safe. He was going to celebrate with his family, going to his mother's house. Again, he aborted that mission after it was found out. There's been about a half a dozen Democratic mayors that have been caught with this duplicity and this fake and mandates that they don't abide to, they have no intention of abiding to, and then they lie when they get caught, like Newsom. It was outdoors because it was sliding doors, and he kept coming up with excuses until he finally had to fess up that he was just full of crap. Pelosi to this day has never admitted. She said she was set up. Feinstein, you saw her at the airport in San Francisco walking around without a mask, and everyone around her had masks on. These Democrats are so full of it. And talking about Democrats being full of it, it's Thursday morning, it's Thanksgiving morning, and still, if you go on the search engine on Bing, there's still no lead story. You have to search for it, find it, about the ruling yesterday in Pennsylvania saying, hey, the vote's not going to be certified after hearing the evidence presented by the Trump team. All they can do today, guess what they have today as their headline, is Sidney Powell's lawsuit in Georgia. They're criticizing all the typos in it. Did the Kraken eat the proofreader? That's what they're focusing on, not on the fact that the suit was filed and the claims that are made and the witnesses and the affidavits and the testimony and the first-hand knowledge. None of that is brought up. CNN yesterday actually had someone on there talking about the possibility, if Michigan gets decertified, if Pennsylvania is not certified, that neither candidate reaches the 270 required, and then it becomes up to the state legislatures, and that you have 26 Republican state legislatures versus 23 Democrats, and Trump wins. And that's what they talked about yesterday. Again, I don't know who the gentleman was that was talking about it. It was on CNN. But they floated that idea. So you know that they at least, it's in the back of somebody's mind. But wouldn't you think that it would be placed somewhere on the news? The mainstream media would be covering this. You'd find it on search engines. You don't see any of this. Look, I'm not saying it's not still out there, far-fetched. I understand. But it's beginning to gain some traction. All right, switching pages, the Michael Flynn. You saw that President Trump pardoned General Flynn. And Pelosi and Nadler are all up in arms saying it's an abuse of power and how could he? Well, guess what? He was railroaded, Flynn. and it was proven in courts that everything that they did to him was based on lies, and the FBI lied, and Comey is the biggest liar in the world. And if you go back and look at those congressional hearings when Comey was on being questioned, how many times did he say, I don't recall, I don't recall, I don't recall? It's not normal. It's not normal. He's a liar. James Comey is absolutely the biggest liar that we have had heading up the FBI ever. Because you cannot be in a position that he is in and not know anything. Because every time he was asked a question, a pointed question that could have led somewhere, he didn't know, he wasn't aware. You can't run the FBI with I didn't know and I wasn't aware. Lies. Okay? I think it's funny that Barack Obama comes out now, he's talking about how he never got out of the doghouse for running for president with his wife, with Michelle. These people talk out of both sides of their mouth. And then you have Michelle saying how the proudest she's ever been as an American. The only time in her adult life that she's been proud to be an American. Not the proudest she's ever been. The only time in her adult life she was proud to be an American was when Barack Obama was named the presidential candidate for the Democratic Party. So how can you then come out and say that you were in the doghouse for running for president when your wife says that that was the only time she felt proud? These people lie. They think that you don't have a memory, that you're James Comey, that you don't recall. They think that you're ignorant. They think that they can say or do whatever they want and you will believe them. Why? Because they have celebrities backing them up. It's like Robert De Niro has been, okay, coming out and praising Cuomo. Billy Crystal praising Cuomo for his Emmy Awards, for his going on TV and talking on the COVID pandemic and his receiving of Emmy Awards. And they're praising that. I don't care. I don't care what celebrities have to say. They're actors. They're not anything else. Their opinion on other topics doesn't reflect on their acting ability. Whether they're great actors, if they could be great actors, but it doesn't mean that they're great political analysts, that their opinion politically is better than yours. Sorry, it doesn't carry any weight with me. We need to continue to see how the lawsuits evolve. Next week will be a big week. I understand December 14th is the outside date to get all this certification done. And I think that we are way ahead today, Thanksgiving Day, of where we were a week ago. At least I am way ahead. I last week felt there was no shot at this thing. I think it's gaining traction, and I think that there's an outside shot. And I think that if they stick to the narrative and keep bringing forth proof, we may have a shot at this. And the country may be saved from the perils of falling into the hands of Kamala Harris and her administration. So let's keep pushing. Have a good Thanksgiving. Celebrate with your family. Get together with your family. Don't be afraid to live out your life. Don't be afraid to celebrate. And this COVID is completely under control, and what the fear-mongering that they're instilling in you, just analyze. Like we say, thinking is contagious. They're telling you, don't travel, don't be without a mask, and then you see all the Democratic leadership that has been caught this last week traveling, not wearing masks, celebrating, and living their lives. If they really believed what they were telling you, they wouldn't be doing any of that. So the proof is in the pudding, and the reality of COVID manifests itself in the actions of Governor Cuomo, Mayor Newsom, Pelosi, Feinstein, the Denver mayor, all these people who are telling you don't live your life while they go live theirs. Telling you we're going to shut everything down. You know why? Because their paycheck is your tax dollars. Doesn't get interrupted no matter how much of a shutdown there is. They feel no pain, but you feel the pain. Your friends who have businesses feel the pain. Your community feels the pain. Revolt. Stop. You don't need to wear a mask if you don't have comorbidities. You don't need to worry about it. We do need to take care of the people who are in the comorbidity categories, who have other outlying factors that could affect them. Those people do need to take precautions. Those people do need to stay home and be extra careful. I understand that, but 98% of our population, or 95, or whatever it is, of our population, go live your life. Celebrate Thanksgiving. This is all a factor of trying to control you through fear. They're not fearful. They're doing whatever the hell they want, getting their paychecks and doing whatever they want while you are being asked to sacrifice. Doesn't work that way. Sorry. Have a good Thanksgiving.